It's locked, man. There might be like food and supplies in there. How are we gonna get in there?
Well, get out of the way. I'm the one with the crowbar.
You call that a crowbar? Now that's a crowbar.
You mean to tell me that you've had the Annihilator up your sleeve this entire time?
Yeah, it's a zombie apocalypse.
Using real-life settings, we put the weapons, everyday objects, and theories to the test. Learn the best ways to bash undead skulls and to stay alive in any situation. Forget everything you thought you knew about fighting zombies. Zombie go boom, kick undead ass. The dead-on Annihilator, one malicious-looking utility bar. But before we put this thing to the test, let's take a look at the tail of the tape. A full 18 inches and 5 pounds of demolition hammer. But can it chisel, smash, or crack into a zombie skull? Alright, first up we're going to be smashing some brick, so I'm going to need some extreme facial protection. Get that on there, because we're going to be using the demolition side of our big bad daddy claw hammer, or as I like to call it, the brain smasher. Ready? As you can see, using the demolition hammer end of our Annihilator tool here, it just destroyed that brick, and I didn't even have to work that hard. Let's check out the high-speed footage. Bam. Well, it smashed straight through the brick. Not only smashed through it, but shattered it into like 10 pieces. We saw what the demolition end can do, now let's check out our chisel. Well, as you can tell from our busted up brick here, the chisel end of our Annihilator tool worked wonders. And I didn't even have to put that much force into it because this thing weighs a whopping 5 pounds. So once you get the downward motion going, you pretty much just have to let gravity take control. Speaking of control, let's check out our high-speed footage. Again, it just smashed right through it. It literally felt like a hot knife through butter. I had to put almost no force behind that 5-pound tool. Now, as you've probably noticed by now, we here at Zombie Go Boom like to go the extra mile when it comes to our testing. So what better way to trump our brick test than with an 8-inch wide, 4-inch thick cinder block. Let's see how this tests out. Oh my god. Whoa, man. Holy shit. Well, needless to say, that last test left us pretty speechless. That's pretty unbelievable that it popped right through. But if you feel the weight of this hammer and you just feel how comfortable it is in your hands, it's not hard to tell that it's gonna smash through damn near anything. We saw what this thing can do with 4 inches. Let's see if it can whack off 8.
Oh my god.
Well, we broke the hammer. That was totally unexpected. Well, if you're at all familiar with Zombie Go Boom, you know that we like to test our weapons to the limit, and that's precisely what we did here. But keep in mind, though, that this type of tool is not meant for this type of application, and since this show is not called Brick Go Crack, we bought a new one to test out on a Zed head. And now it's time for the moment I've been waiting all day for. Come back here and look at this. Can you get the blood dripping off the hammer too? Oh my god. Well, they call it the Annihilator for a very good reason, clearly. Did you see that high-speed footage? It was beautiful. So essentially this thing is a Swiss Army knife when it comes to a tool. You have a blunt force end here, you have a claw on this end just in case, you have a spear / chisel right there in case you need to chip away at anything or stab something. And I know we broke one earlier, but that's because we were testing it in the absolute extreme condition, and you most likely would never use something like this for the application that we were using it for. And so this gets the ZGB seal of approval. Whew. Well, after a long day of skull smashing, I'd say I deserve a drink. This has been Zombie Go Boom. I'm your host, Jim Goza. Happy hunting.